Bertie Ahern and Mary Harney to discuss the latest passports controversy tomorrow. Fine Gael's Mary Bonotti officially launches her presidential campaign. And the 40th Dublin Theatre Festival opens in a tent. Good evening. The Taoiseach and the Taoiseach are to discuss the latest passports for sale controversy tomorrow, following an investigation by the Department of Justice. The inquiry focused on the provision of 11 passports to a Saudi Arabian businessman and his family in return for a £20 million investment. The forms for the passports were signed by the then Minister for Justice, Ray Burke, and were reportedly handed to the businessman by Charles Haughey.
The passport affair puts the focus firmly back on the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Ray Burke, who is currently grieving the death of his brother. The central question at tomorrow's meeting between the Taoiseach and Taoiseach will be whether Mr Burke, as Minister, adhered to departmental rules in processing the Saudi application. This latest controversy comes as Mr Burke prepares for the upcoming tribunal on planning in North County Dublin. And it's prompted Labour leader Dick Spring to suggest he hand over his northern responsibilities to a colleague until he can give them his full attention.
The Northern Ireland talks are going to be very difficult. The most difficult aspect of them is starting now. And already, I think from both sides of Northern Ireland, from the Unionist side on the one hand, and indeed, as some papers are counting today from Sinn Féin, there's a certain undermining of Mr Burke's credibility taking place.
Neither the Taoiseach or the Taoiseach were prepared to comment on the matter in advance of their meeting tomorrow afternoon. It's anticipated they will have received a copy of the Department of Justice report and will assess what action, if any, needs to be taken. A source close to the Progressive Democrats said the matter would be discussed by the whole Parliament